Welcome to the first ever devlog of untitled Firetruck game. I've done the number one mistake you should never do as a solo dev. I've been tinkering on my own with this project for far too long. So therefore, in this devlog, I hope to share where the game is at now, how I imagine the game loop, and hear what you would like to see in the game. But before all that, let me present to you some real life lore. A while ago, I went to the best country on the planet, Italy. One morning, breakfast was abruptly interrupted by a wildfire. So as the fire trucks rolled by and the firefighting planes flew above me, I started thinking, how do they aim? Do they aim directly for the fire, or do they aim for the surroundings to stop it from spreading? How do they prioritize what to let burn and what to not let burn? And how do they manage the resources? This to me sounds like mechanics in a game, so instead of finding the answers to my questions, I started thinking about my next game project, a game about putting out fires. So after having raced home to create yet another Unity project, I started working on the fire simulation. For performance reasons, I knew I wanted to use a compute shader to run the fire sim on the GPU. So I created a basic shader which used a 4K render texture to map the 2D game world to the fire state. At this time, I came across this article by
Jean-François Lévesque,
who was the guy who made the fire simulation for Far Cry 2. He described a simple approach where each pixel has two properties, HP and fuel. Imagine the height of this red cube being the HP amount for a single pixel. And likewise, we can visualize the fuel amount by the height of this green cylinder. Setting the same initial HP for all pixels will create an even burn pattern. But to simulate areas of different flowability, we only need to reduce the initial HP and increase the fuel. With these two parameters, we can simulate anything between dry and flammable grass to rain-soaked mossy rocks. In my shader, I store HP in the red channel and fuel in the green channel. I've set up a system where I can paint the initial HP and fuel directly on the train, which is then read into memory when the level starts. This hopefully makes it easy to create different scenarios for each level. With our new fancy compute shader up and running, we can now finally roam around and set the map on fire.
We don't need no water, let the mother burn.
Wasn't this game about putting out fires? Not creating them.
We need water.
Oh right, good point Carl Pie. Thank you for the feedback. Maybe someone else will leave a comment and some feedback too. Luckily for us, we are currently only using the red and green channels for the fire simulation. This leaves an entire blue channel available for handling water. So with fires that spread, water that wets, and truck that drives, let's discuss game loop. I imagine there being different stages. Think Capri, Midwestern US, and of course Swedish forests. Each stage has multiple different scenarios, where scenarios can vary in difficulty depending on damage limits, wind, and how dry the ground is. Each scenario starts with a short sequence showing the start of a fire. A car parking on tall grass, a lightning strike, or maybe a mouse biting off an electric wire. Your job is to race to the scene as fast as possible and quickly strategize on how to save as much property value as possible. Water doesn't only put out fire, it can also be used preemptively as a shield to slow down the spread of the fire. You can also shield buildings, trees and other objects by spraying them with water and cooling them down. Some objects cause further mayhem when burning. Burning trees produce burning leaves that can spread the fire far away. And this old tractor, who knows what happens if it starts burning? Time is ticking and your water is running low, but then, suddenly,
Tanker topped off, ready for drop.
you use a special ability and save the day. The scenario ends when time's up or the fire is out. At this point, your score is calculated based on how much damage was done. If you did well, you will get money that you can spend in the workshop to upgrade your fire truck. You could upgrade the water cannon for higher water per second, or get bigger wheels that make you faster off-road. Or maybe you should save money this time so you can unlock another ability like a water strike later. Picking a bigger engine will let you get to the fire faster. Or maybe you should upsize the water tank so you don't have to refill as often. So what now? Well, that's where you come in. I want to release a demo, but I don't know who will play it. The game doesn't even have a name right now. So by just watching this far, maybe that means someone else out there is interested in an arcadey fire sim game with the one more try appeal of Trackmania, replayability of an RTS, and the satisfaction of Power Wash Simulator. While I'd like to think that a demo is right there on the corner, it's probably a lot of work just to get something out. Having a group of people curious about the game would be a huge motivation boost for me. So feel free to join my Discord server. Thank you for watching, and God bless Italy.